Coming up on CTV, we talk to some students about the end of the election. And one CSU school gets a national ranking.
As fourth best administered business school.
Plus, a one-on-one interview with a marching band member. All this and more, you're watching CTV.
One day after the election, CSU is back to normal. The plaza was pretty quiet today without political parties asking for support. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday, November 7th. I'm Lena Howland.
And I'm Tom Mullen. After months of campaigning, the election is finally over.
That's right, Tom. And the results came faster than many people expected. Last night around 8, President Obama was reelected as President of the United States.
CTV talked to some students today on the plaza to see, how they felt about the end of the election.
I'm so happy, and I'm happy that Obama won. Woo!
Pretty damn happy. What's the best part about it now being over? No more political ads, none of them.
You kind of get to be done with all the politics and stuff that's going around and having to, you get out of the uncomfortable situations where someone agrees differently than you. But at the same time, my candidate won.
I'm ecstatic. I'm totally done seeing the stupid commercials about picking at each other, and I'm like ecstatic to actually watch TV again. I turned it off for like 3 weeks because I was so done with it.
So happy that I'm not going to get those phone calls and emails from Obama saying, yes, I will vote for you. Come on, stop emailing me already.
And tonight we actually have the official results of the major decisions in Larimer County tonight. In the race for the Congressional Representative, Democrat Jared Polis won over Republican Kevin Lindbergh by little under 2%. The Democrats also won out in the presidential race, Barack Obama over Mitt Romney by around 5%. And in an unprecedented decision, Colorado became the first state to legalize marijuana for people over the age of 21 with the passage of Amendment 64 by around 6%. Washington State passed a similar amendment in their state on Tuesday night as well.
And Tom, with the passage of Amendment 64 comes a lot of controversy. Federal law says the use of marijuana is illegal, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens with the future of this amendment.
Yeah, it will. Larimer County also passed Ordinance 301, which repealed last year's ban on medical marijuana dispensaries in Fort Collins. And more election results and good news for education. Voters passed 2 initiatives for one of Colorado's largest school districts, Cherry Creek. A $99 million bond was passed to be used for new technologies in schools and building renovations, and a $25 million override was passed to offset cuts in previous years.
The GLBTQ community also saw big wins around the country. Maine and Maryland became the next 2 states to legalize same-sex marriage. Maine became the first state in the country to legalize same-sex marriage through a citizen-brought initiative. Residents of Washington State are awaiting to see if their state will be the next state to allow same-sex marriages. 50% of the vote is in, and the gay marriage law was leading with 52%.
Coming up on CTV, the Northeast is expecting another storm after Superstorm Sandy devastated that area last week.
And Kari Pills joins us to talk about whether or not our weather is expected to change. Stay with us.
Solving real-world problems is a hallmark of research at Colorado State University. The Engines and Energy Conversion Lab at CSU is committed to meeting the global energy challenges of the 21st century. Developing countries use our clean-burning wood stoves, giving them safe and sustainable technology, helping to reduce indoor air pollution and improving the quality of lives. Colorado State University Research. Local discovery, global impact.
After living through a devastating storm, residents of the Northeast are preparing for another. The nor'easter threatens to bring high winds, rain, sleet, and snow to regions still recovering from last week's Superstorm Sandy. Forecasters call for moderate coastal flooding. It has the potential to delay restoration efforts and cause further blackouts. The storm has already moved across New Jersey and was expected to arrive in New York earlier Wednesday afternoon. Stay tuned to CTV 11 for more updates, but right now I'll send it over to Kari Pills in the Weather Center to tell us how our weather is doing. Kari?
Thanks, Lena. Today was the warmest day of the week and was about 72 by this afternoon. Highs across the state were very mild. There was Denver at 74, Fort Collins at 72, Vail at 50, and Colorado Springs at 70. This warm weather will stick around through tomorrow night, but changes will move into Friday as our next storm approaches. As this storm moves across Colorado, the mountains will get the most of the storm, with the snow lasting into Sunday. Fort Collins will likely see a light rain and snow mix throughout the day on Saturday. As of now, we're looking at a 40% chance. Even if Fort Collins doesn't see any moisture, though, it's going to be cold. There will be a big drop in temperatures. Saturday and Sunday will be in the 30s and 40s, quite a big change. Now let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. Thursday will be mild again with a high near 64. There will be a slight breeze coming in from the southeast in the morning. Friday will be fairly warm with a high around 62. However, the temperature will start to dip Friday evening with lows reaching 33 degrees. Saturday, expect to see a high in the low 40s and the chance of snow before 11 a.m. The game will be cold, so be sure to bundle up. Sunday will be a high near 32. It will be partly cloudy and dip into the teens by the evening. Monday and Tuesday will warm up a little bit into the 40s and will be mostly sunny throughout the day. We'll stay warm this weekend, Rams. We'll be right back after the break.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
A CSU engineering professor has partnered with Noble Energy Incorporated on a $1.4 million energy grant to help optimize water production in a basin in Weld County. The 2-year program aims to assess and improve water transportation and disposal. The hope is that with more efficient water use, there will be less environmental impact.
CSU's College of Business just received a national ranking. I found out what it was and how they feel about it.
Colorado State University's College of Business was recently listed as 4th best administered business school in the nation by college ranking site Princeton Review.
Well, it feels good, but it's one of those things that doesn't happen overnight. It's really as a result of decades worth of work here.
The best administered category concerns how smoothly overall the school is run. With over 2,500 undergrads and 1,800 grad students along with staff, it's a huge effort to keep things organized.
It's a result of a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication. I mean, people like me want to see CSU succeed. This isn't just a job. I mean, this has really been our life's pursuit here to make this a better place.
Now, the ranking is based on Princeton Review's survey of over 19,000 students in 296 different schools. But the question is, do the results reflect the truth?
I think it's completely true. This is my first year here at the College of Business, and it's been wonderful so far. Great experience. A lot of the professors are obviously passionate about what they do, and that always strikes close to home for me when people I'm learning from are passionate about what they teach.
The college is proud of this achievement and looks forward to a bright future.
We're really fortunate here, and I think the College of Business has only better days ahead.
For more information on the best business schools and to see the other ranking categories, visit the Princeton Review's website.
And still ahead, I talked to one CSU student who marches to the beat of his own drum.
And what tweet broke a record last night? We'll be right back.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous.
Marching, drumming, and leading. 3 things Ben Justice brings to every marching band practice. As the current CSU drumline section leader, he has spent countless hours invested into his passion. Here's a look at his story of success.
I really first got into band by taking a piano lesson and doing really poorly at it in a weird way. My folks said to me, you know, Ben, you play pots and pans great. If you go through a year of piano lessons, we will purchase you a drum set. I was like, oh, awesome. And I got through about 3 months of piano lessons and quit. But then I was able to take a drum lesson and did really well at it and had this passion for it. So later I got a drum set from Santa and started playing that and thrashing in the basement when I came home basically every day from school. And then I came back, and my band director at the middle school level actually reached out to me because he knew that I played because he'd talked to my folks. But kind of had a really terrible experience actually in 8th grade band. Persevered and got to the high school level where it was completely different, had a terrific band director who was really able to foster kind of my love for music. My high school did not have a marching band. I just wish that maybe we had kind of this, you know, really cool competitive marching band like all these other high schools seem to have. So I kind of really told myself that, hey, if I'm going to CSU, I'm going to make sure that I get into the band, practice really hard, make sure I have a really solid audition, and I got into the band. I'm kind of the section leader for kind of the group in general, kind of all the percussion, basically the student leader for that group of people. They're both voted in, and they obviously have to be a really strong player so they can set a really good example for their section. I mean, the whole reason I started is because it was a blast, it was fun. And we're snare drummers, so we have to spruce it up. So we go, do some backsticking. Makes for a considerable time commitment, but it's a blast. I'm gonna miss it.
Justice hopes to graduate this spring, and after graduation, he hopes to continue his passion for music as a music instructor and composer.
Shortly after Barack Obama was re-elected as President of the United States, a tweet he sent out quickly became the most retweeted message in Twitter's history. The tweet simply read, 4 more years. It is also accompanied by a photograph of President Obama embracing his wife. The tweet has already been shared on Twitter more than 500,000 times.
Wow, Tom, that is so incredible that just that one simple tweet with 3 words and 1 picture was retweeted that many times.
Yeah, it feels like those just 4 more years pretty much sums up the past election season and the hope for the next season.
As well as what's in the picture, he's just embracing his wife, and it shows how integral Michelle was to the campaign.
And it really shows how she's going to be there for the next 4 more years, and they're going to hope to make it another great 4 years. And you know, CTV's Twitter was actually, blowing up yesterday.
It was. We got several retweets ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all the time we have for you. You can check out any of the stories you saw tonight on CTV11news.com.
You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at CTV11. Have a great night.